example number 4, and I'm not going to write all the verbiage down. You can read it out of the book. I've got a line, and we call that line L. And then I'm just going to have a random point R. And so example number 4 wants us to construct perpendicular line through, boy, that's here. That's horrible. Penmanship. Through the point R. Well, now this is a little different. How am I going to construct a perpendicular line through R?
Work backwards.
Yep, we got to work backwards. We just need to make sure that we construct the line so that R is equidistant from the radii of a circle.
The radii?
Yeah, that's 2 radiuses.
What? Never heard of it. Right. It's not true.
Learn something new every day. So now, the only thing I don't like is Mr. Adams made his R a little too high up. So we'll bring it down a little bit. So now what I'm going to do, what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that I can construct an arc from the point R. Okay? So see how I have my compass set up there? I just need to make 2 arcs. Now the wider I can make it, the better. So if I make it wider, then it's a little better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make an arc here, not change the distance, rotate all the way around, and make an arc here. Like so.
Why don't you just wait, Chad?
What?
Isn't that 2 steps though? If you do it like that. Why don't you just put your point on L and reach it to R and make a full swoop, and then do it the same distance on the other side and do the swoop?
It won't be any more or less steps. You could do it that way, but this won't be any more or less.
It's only 2.
Well, this is technically 1. All right, now here's the next thing. I'm going to rotate this around. Now, remember, where is the center of this thing?
Right in the center. Where are
Now, I got to be careful here. I want to make sure that my compass is far enough away from R. In other words, if I go to make an arc here, that won't help me at all. I got to make sure that this comes far enough over that I'm going through R. So I'm going to go about that far. Okay? Now here is what I'm going to do. Technically, to do this correctly, I got to put an arc here. Then I got to come all the way over here and put my pointer on this red arc. And come around the other way here. Like that. Now, what your textbook suggests, I could find the center of these 2 points, but really what I want to do is find the arcs of these 2 points. So what I could do is I could rotate this around and just make an arc here. And then I'm going to rotate this around on the bottom. I got to move my ruler out of the way. Got to move this out of the way too. And I'm going to make another arc here. I'm going to move this back here and make an arc here.
I'm so confused. What are you doing?
What is this, like a competition?
You should just...
Shh.
What are you doing?
I am making my arcs.
Well, like, how did you get that?
All right. What we're trying to do is we have to construct a perpendicular line, but the perpendicular line has to go through the point R. So I need the red lines which are equidistant from R. but they're not at a perpendicular angle. In other words, if I am to measure this, right, if I were to come here and measure this distance, it's about 7, right? Guess what? The distance from there to here is 7, right? You guys see that?
Yeah.
So I have constructed equidistant, the red, or from R, not from the blue line. So, oops. So from the red arc to, let me move that around so you can see, to R, it's 7. I gotta have it equidistant. Okay? Now what that does is that puts the peak of my triangle at the point R. Then what I need to do is create a perpendicular bisector that's in the center of the 2 red marks. I can't do that without the 2 red marks. Okay? I just can't. I mean, I can, but I'm not guaranteed that it's a perpendicular bisector. I can get a bisector, but I'm not guaranteed that it will be a perpendicular bisector. It might be off a little bit. So then, what I need to do to construct a perpendicular bisector, I just need to make sure that I'm equidistant from those 2 equidistant points, because R is at the center of those 2 points.
So what did you do to get where your line is right now? Like where you have the, you just did from the point where L is and then right above R is where you.
R is just arbitrary. I just drew a line L and just put R wherever I wanted. Okay? Arbitrary. Alright, so now let's draw the line, see what happens. First of all, that is exactly 90 degrees. You can't see it, but my ruler has the measurement of the angle.
Where?
Not only is it exactly 90 degrees, it goes right through the point R.
And the 2 perpendicular bisector points, the blue ones.
Yep. That's the whole point.
And the red ones. And you construct it by that, right?
Now the reason we made these blue ones so much further away, now I did these blue ones right here as a way for me to double check. It wasn't necessary for me to draw these 2 little lines, but Mr. Adams likes to make sure I have the right answer.